Tell me Goose is coming to the slot. To the slots. The slobs. You got me thinking about slots now. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a far drive for Goose. What, maybe like 3 or 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours ain't bad. Colby, you ready to go? I'm not. I got a lot to do the next couple days. I wish it were just as easy as packing up a suitcase and heading out the door, but it's not. No, George, we can't. No, I was trying to maybe somebody can help me out here because I'm an idiot. I was trying to look up some betting lines for college basketball for next week. But, like, look here. Let me show you. When I pull it up, it only gives me today's line. Maybe they're not out yet. Oh, hold on. It only gives me today's games. I don't know listen, I don't know anything about college basketball betting. So maybe they only do the lines on a daily basis. That's what I'm assuming. Because they play so many times a week. And, well, every team plays at least twice a week. Although, look at this. Look at this here. You can bet on who is going to win the tournament, which is obviously a couple months away. And right now, Purdue has the best odds at plus 900. Now you scroll way down here to the Tater Man. Clemson, who at one point, after the first third of the season, exactly. So there's 30 games, right, in the regular season. They were 10-0 and ranked, I think, 14th in the country. I think they got 4 or 5 losses now. I mean, anyway, Clemson plus 7,500. Now, what I might do, listen, first of all, do I think Clemson's winning the NCAA tournament? No. At this point, they're on the bubble to get in because they lost so many games in a row. But a $10 bet, I mean, that's like a beer in Vegas. A $10 bet would win me $750 if they won. It might be worth putting 10 down on it just for the, for the 1 in a million chance that they do. Goose, you're headed to a casino right now? Yeah, like I said, I've only watched maybe one Clemson game this year in its entirety. I've seen like parts of other ones, but I don't even have to watch it. If there's a Clemson game on TV, all I've got to do is log into Twitter, and I can get a minute-by-minute update of the meltdown based on the Clemson fans tweeting constantly. I feel like I've watched every game just because of Twitter. I will. I'll start paying attention in March, though. You know, who's got the worst odds on this list? Let's see that. Hold on, I don't see South Carolina on here. Well, it must be a typo. I thought they were a basketball skew. There it is. Holy hell! South Carolina plus $40,000, or what? Plus 40,000, which means if you bet $100 on them and they win, you turn that $100 into 40 grand. Yeah, I won't be doing that. I mean, that's burning money. Look at this. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 teams on this list at plus 100,000. I don't think in sports, any sport, forget basketball for a second, I don't think that there's more than a plus 100,000 odd on any sport. I think that's the limit. We'll get it in gear. Volusia, I don't know what makes you think they're going to get it in gear. I mean, this is what Clemson does under Brad Brownell. I can't tell you how many seasons have started off strong, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is the year Clemson's going to make it into the tournament, and possibly win a couple games in the tournament," and then they fizzle out during the second half of the season. It happens every year. Maybe they started out hot and they're in a slump right now, and then maybe they'll get hot towards the end of the year. I don't know. I mean, I hope they do. I'd like to see them in the tournament. Didn't they lose to Georgia Tech? Like, weren't they up 9 points with like a minute left and they lost? I mean, that's almost, you almost have to try to do that. That is just terrible. They were down, or they were up 9 points. It might have been more than a minute. Maybe it was like a minute and a half. What do they have Drayton as? Let's look. I still got it pulled up, so let's look for him. You said Drayton, you say? Or Creighton? I think you said Drayton. Yeah, you said Drayton. Okay, let's see here. You mean Dayton? Dayton is plus 12,000. Yeah, Dayton is plus 12,000. Yeah. Look at that. Charleston, not Charleston. No, that's college Charleston. It just says Charleston. But that's college Charleston. 25,000. Hell, I think they've made the tournament more times than Clemson has. College Charleston's basketball skew. They actually historically have a pretty good basketball program and baseball program. I keep logging into the interwebs every morning. Well, not just every morning. Every morning, then every afternoon, and then every night. So at least 3 times a day. With delusions of grandeur that I'm going to open up the Twitter machine and see that Dabo got one of these Alabama players out of the portal. But to this point, no. I don't know why I do this to myself. You know what I mean? Now their star quarterback they just signed, has entered the transfer portal. 5-star. Yeah, saying. We could use a quarterback, too. I mean, we've got Klubnik. We got Vizina, which we know nothing about other than his recruiting ranking because he redshirted this year. I mean, for all we know, he could be the best quarterback to come through Clemson since Trevor Lawrence. For all we know, he could be terrible. I have no idea what to expect from Vizina. But after those two, Klubnik and Vizina, I mean, yeah, we could use that. We could use that Alabama guy, or somebody else for that matter. Anybody. Did I watch the morning show yesterday, Pete? Yeah. Are you referring to your attempt at trash talking me? Nate tried to trash talk me. What did he say about me again? Oh, he said Pete's got more Hawaiian shirts than Tua. Which, to me, that's not an insult to me. And it's probably accurate, too. Yeah, anytime somebody makes fun of my Hawaiian shirts, I go, well, it's a good thing they're mine and not yours then. You know, you don't have to like it. I'm the one wearing it. George, you're taking a nap at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8:14 right now in Oregon, where George is. George is taking a nap at 8 a.m. I am too, Nick. I mean, people can dislike my my fashion sense or whatever you want to call it, but I do coordinate colors well. I mean, typically my socks have to match my shirt, and you might not ever even see my socks. You know. What's up, Rick? Has there been any announcement yet? I'm assuming there hasn't been about old Jim Hairball going to the Chargers. Did you guys see what they offered Hairball? The Chargers offered Harbaugh $18 million a year for, I think, 5 years. It was either 5 or 6 years. $18 million a year. Now, the only downside of that for Harbaugh, and it's not really that big of a downside, but it is relevant to the conversation, is he's going to be paying California and Los Angeles taxes on that $18 million. So it's a big chunk. I don't know what Michigan's tax rate is, but I know it's not as much as California's. Michigan's might be on the high side too. I don't know. But $18 million, which I believe that would make him the highest paid head coach of any sport, right? I mean, there's nobody making $18 million a year, is there? I don't know. Maybe there's some soccer coach in freaking Europe somewhere. I don't know anything about soccer, so. But to me, he's got to be the highest paid coach in the world, if that's the case. Well, if he took the job. But anybody who complains about, paying $40 for parking at an NFL game and, $15 for a 16-ounce can of Bud Light and $11 for a plain hot dog and $9 for a soft pretzel, that's why. To pay Hairball. If I were Harbaugh, I'd take the job. I'd take it. He's got his national championship that he's been chasing ever since he took the job at Michigan. We won't even debate about the validity of the national championship with the cheating and everything, but it doesn't matter. He won a title. His name is somewhat stained at the University of Michigan. he'll never outrun that controversy. Take the $18 million and move to the Golden State and try to win a Super Bowl. And honestly, if I'm a Michigan fan, I wouldn't be too sad to see him go. Well, depending on who they replaced him with, you know. Well, all I'm hearing is that Brian Kelly would be the first choice. Yeah, how much truth there is to that, I have no idea, obviously. But, yeah, Brian Kelly's not winning you a national title. And that goes for you LSU fans, too. I'm sorry to tell you. He's not. Now, making the playoffs, sure. Now that we're going to 12 teams. But I don't even think if there was a 16-team playoff that Brian Kelly's winning a national title, no matter where he's at. Yeah. I know Kelly's making a bunch of money at LSU too. I just don't. First, I don't know, man. I don't feel like that he is a good fit there. I mean,
Look down in the bayou. Look down in the bayou.
yeah, I guess I'm probably in the minority here. Do I think he regrets those videos? No, I don't think he knows any better. No. I don't think he knows any better. He's so out of touch with all that, you know, with pop culture and social media. He probably doesn't even know how many millions of people are making fun of him about it. But back to Gumpman72's comment, laughing about Bill O'Brien going to Ohio State. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad hire. I mean, yeah. I think Bill O'Brien is one of the top college offensive coordinators in the country. Of course you think it's a terrible hire, Nate. You're a Michigan fan. Yeah, he probably does look at it and think it's the shit. But whoever's idea that was should have been fired immediately. I don't know who's doing the social media team there at LSU. But damn. Well, it is Casual Friday. Casual Friday here on the Peete Podcast channel. So you know how we do. Casual Friday. The is this? Hold on, the StreamYard isn't open. What am I doing? Let me open that. My bad. I usually try to remember to open up the StreamYard before I start the show, but I didn't today. All right. It's open like 7-Eleven. Little Debbie entered the transfer portal. All right, let's get rid of this space synth music. What's up? Welcome to the Midday Show, sir.
Happening, yo.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm getting ready to go on this trip. Starting to get stressed out. Huh?
Where are you going?
To Vegas.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
You make frequent pilgrimages to Vegas, yes?
Well, we did go, well, not last year. We went in 2022.
Okay.
That was for a work-related thing. I just tagged along with my wife. She was there for a conference.
Got it.
And before that, the last time I had been there was 2010 for my 30th birthday. So, but this will be the first time I'm going with just a group of guys.
Okay.
Both other times I've been with my wife.
Right. So this one will be a little bit more flying by the seat of your pants, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But I got a lot to do to get ready to go.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
First world problems. I'm not complaining.
Don't gamble too much. I mean, I only went once, but what I did was just set aside an amount of money I was comfortable losing, and I ended up making it about 5x, and then didn't stop and lost it all. But I was fine with that price of entertainment.
Yeah, I have a daily budget. Let's put it that way. I've set aside a certain amount of money that I don't want to spend more than that.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I'll win some money. I don't have to worry about it. That's the ideal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I only gamble once.
That's the thing, is sometimes you win money and then turn around and end up losing it later.
Yeah, it also helps that there's two guys going that have never been to Vegas before.
Okay.
So Uncle Lou's one of them, and I believe Sir UGA said he's never been either.
Okay.
And so that means that they haven't seen anything. So a large part of each day we'll be going around with them and seeing stuff. And there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. I'm not saying I've seen everything there, but that anytime we're walking around and looking at stuff is time we're not losing money on in the casino.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, are you going to do like the entertainment stuff? Like, I don't know. I mean, when I went, I was just there for a day, so I didn't have time to do any of that stuff. But what do you do in Vegas if you're not at the casino?
It's really more sightseeing than anything. Eating is a big thing. There's a ton of great restaurants out there and a lot to eat.
Should have gone then.
Yeah. Other than that, it's a lot of shows, which I don't think I'm not going to any shows. I don't think they are either.
Of course, you had those stadiums like the arena and the football stadium.
Yeah, it's mostly sightseeing.
Yeah.
Sightseeing and people watching.
Hockey game. Are the Knights in town? You go to a hockey game?
No, we already looked. They're not in town.
Yeah, they're playing away that week.
That sucks. I hear that's a fun one. I hear that's a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I know y'all try to joke about hockey and stuff, but in person, in person, it's a lot different.
No, I 100% agree. I've been to hockey games before. I've never been into an NHL hockey game, but we have a minor league team here in Charleston, the South Carolina Stingrays.
Yeah.
And it is fun to watch in person. You're right.
Did I ever tell you my story about going to the Stanley Cup Finals game?
No, you did?
Yeah, so I was 10 years old. This is 1998, and my dad is a really big Red Wings fan, right? And at that time, we were living a couple hours away from Washington, D.C., and the Rings were playing the Capitals in the Stanley Cup Final. And we got tickets in D.C., and we went. It was the first ever Cup Finals game they played in Washington. And I'm like, I'm 10 years old, and it turns out our tickets were in the fourth row right behind the goal. And then the first puck that was dropped was a minute and a half in the first period. Washington's on a break. And I think it was Peter Bondra took a slap shot. The Detroit defenseman deflected it with his stick. It goes end over end over the glass and lands right next to me. And I pick it up, and there's this big, huge scrum of hands, but I still have it. The 1998 Cup Finals puck. That was the first puck that ever dropped in the ice in Washington in the finals, and I got that shit. And the Wings ended up winning. It was amazing. But I still have the puck.
A chunk of rubber.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me about going to an NHL game, now that I'm older, when I was younger, I wouldn't have cared. But there's not a day that goes by during the NHL season where there's not some fight in the stands posted online. Not on the ice, in the stands.
Yeah.
A bunch of drunk idiots go to hockey games, from what I can tell.
That's mostly in the interior sections, but in nosebleeds, that's...
Why would it be mostly in the interior sections? What does that matter?
I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. But
yeah,
man, I wouldn't worry about it. That's just drunk people that are talking shit to each other. If you're not talking shit, you're not going to get into it. At an American stadium, dude, you're not going to get into a fight unless you're talking shit. Now, if you're in fucking Italy or if you're in like South America, different story. But if you're in America, man, you're not going to get into a fight in the stands at a sporting event unless you're talking shit.
How many fights has Pete been in my life? A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know, a few weeks ago, or whatever. Actually, more than a few weeks ago. But I've been to the Excel Center, which is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's how high it was in nosebleeds. And let's just say they have like one of the most steepest nosebleeds in all NHL arenas. But yeah.
Like no one's gonna come up and sucker punch you, man.
No one's gonna mess with Nate. He's like a Neanderthal.
Well, no, yeah,
if I would have stand up, I would have fallen too, because it's that steep. But yeah,
Nate would pick them up and body slam them,
or possibly accidentally throw them down.
Yeah, send them tumbling.
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
But yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, I guess the Knights aren't in town anyway. But yeah,
which is a bummer. Yeah. But hey, there's more in Vegas than that, like you said, Pete.
Yeah.
Actually, there might be like I don't know if you guys are trying to hire I don't want to say a tour, but like there's something like you can maybe a tour like for the stadium, the football stadium, I think. But I don't know if that's open on those days because I've never been, so I don't know.
Yeah, you talking about the Raiders stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The giant Roomba.
It does look like a Roomba.
Yeah.
John says you'll never be on camera more than you will be in Vegas. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't mind. Here's the thing, though. He's right about that, is that if you just walk down the strip, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, morning, afternoon, night, late night. The amount of YouTubers in Vegas is insane.
Yeah.
There is constantly people live streaming and or just recording videos on the strip, constantly. You walk down the street for 15 minutes, you'll pass 10 of them. But
yeah.
So
Mr. Beast, for example.
I should be able to get some pretty good footage from there. Now, being that I was with my wife the last couple times, or especially the last time, I wasn't on YouTube in 2010. So,
right.
But we went a couple years ago. I didn't really do much YouTubing because I was with her, and she ain't got no interest in it, So, but this time I should be able to get some good footage.
What's up, Slim?
Another day in the neighborhood.
You kind of sound like you just woke up.
Slim's back to work.
Nah.
Yeah. Working one day this week. Whee!
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
well, I work 3 days a week, so.
He's been locked in his house with his wife and his kids for the past week. He had to get the hell out of there.
Wow. I know that's what happened. Never mind.
Well, I would have rather just not work today and just started back Monday at this point, but if I had turned it down, then I wouldn't have gotten my guarantee.
Yeah.
I can not work for 2 weeks, I still get a paycheck.
Okay.
Because we got a guaranteed pay.
I don't know if you know, Volusia, because you're in China. You probably don't know. But the weather on the East Coast for the past week has been ridiculous here.
I have been told that, yeah.
Yeah. So it was too dangerous for Slim to drive. And I don't know what it's like in Tennessee this weekend, but we're about to have the coldest weekend since 2022, I think, this weekend here.
It's actually supposed to start warming up on my end of the state.
Oh.
No, I know it was freezing in the Midwest, and of course my dad's he's in Jacksonville, and he lives in Jacksonville now, and he was telling me it was like 32 in Jacksonville or whatever.
Yeah, see. The high here in Charleston on Saturday, or not the high. The high is like 40, but the low is 21. That's cold for here.
Fuck.
Dude, we've had lows in the single digits and negatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Insanity.
Well, I'm used to it.
And then of course all that snow turned to ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I just stayed my ass at home.
Yeah. I don't mind the cold as long as it's not ice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
He has
driving
that
on that, and then of course if you're in the South, no one knows how to drive on that.
Yeah, nobody knows how to drive. Nobody's got snow tires. We had an ice storm here in 2017,
Yeah.
and right when we moved, we bought this house, and it was the worst ice storm I made in like 100 years or something here.
Yeah.
And snow too. There was a 6-inch sheet of ice on all of the roads for a week because it stayed below freezing for a week. And I did venture out one time to go to the store, and there was at least within a 3 miles from my house, there was at least a dozen cars in the ditch.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get like all seasons tires.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put this 60-foot bitch in a ditch.
Fuck no, dude. Alex, forget that. That'd be horrendous.
But yeah, well, I'm used to it, so I know. But yeah, I mean, even up here, like even like Missouri or whatever, or Midwestern states, I mean, they're used to it. But I know Southerners are not. But
Well, I mean, in the area I'm in, we're used to it. The problem is the way DOT looks at it in Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, and Mississippi is the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. They're just not fucking with it.
Well,
Jesus, take the wheel.
here,
Pretty much.
if there's snow in the forecast, I'm talking about just a half of an inch of snow, they cancel everything. Everything shuts down.
yeah, just put salt in the snow. Or
We don't even have that here.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say, I'm far enough south, they don't use salt. We use sand.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, during that ice storm I was just talking about in 2017, it was so bad they had to send salt and sand trucks from North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina, like Greenville, to salt and sand the roads down here because we don't have that here.
Hey, you know, they should hire the Midwestern companies to travel down there on that year. But yeah, I mean,
Like Memphis is still a mess, but once I got onto the major highways, all that was cleared up. But
yeah,
like city streets of Memphis are still a disaster.
Now the opposite is true because there's so many Northerners that live in the Charleston area.
Right.
The opposite is true during the summer and hurricane season. If there's a 1% chance that a hurricane could come our way, boy, you would think it's the apocalypse for these Northerners. They have no idea how to handle a hurricane.
That's funny.
yeah.
You know what, though? I got to deal with tornadoes. I'll take a hurricane because at least you got a 3-day warning to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, but we have those too. We have tornadoes too. I mean, we're sea level.
Now, here, I know you two, or I mean, I mean, yeah, you two, Slim and Pete. I don't know if you have like tornado sirens.
No, we don't have sirens.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You don't? Okay. Well,
Well, half of Tennessee is now part of Tornado Alley, so yeah.
yeah. I was going to ask, did the Tornado Alley move south more?
It moved east, Nate.
Yeah, it just moved east.
Yeah, Tornado Alley has moved east.
Or did it expand?
Yeah, it's expanded through Arkansas now. Tennessee, Kentucky, and places like that are right in it now.
They moved that shit to the other side of Nashville, so it covers over half the state now.
Yeah.
Well, talk about global warming.
Well, we don't have as many as you guys do, obviously, but we still have our fair share here.
Yeah, we never get tornadoes here.
Well,
I mean, we have one somewhere in the county basically every year, but because it's a rural county, most of the time it's just running through farmland and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, never get tornadoes. I mean, we never get hurricanes. So, yeah.
Dude, I seen one. It was freaky as shit. I seen one drop right in the middle of Midtown Memphis.
Wow.
That was nuts.
Wow.
the hell happened? I don't know. But my phone kicked me out. How are you doing, Vic?
Good.
Ready to get your ass kicked in the Slob Olympics?
Are you?
You know why I'm looking forward to the Slob Olympics so much?
Why?
So I don't have to hear Nate's shitty trash talk anymore.
It's not your strong suit, bub.
Who's got better trash talk, Nate or balling with AC?
I would give it the ball in the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, balling with AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't trash talk that much. So
Nate tried to trash talk me. It was a compliment.
no, it's just a fact.
Yeah.
He trash talked you with a fact. I mean, at least he trash talked you with a fact. I mean, Nate didn't trash talk me with facts. So.
Yeah.
Because you're I'm not gonna say it on here. I already said it.
Hey, I'll tell you what's a fact is Purdue's gonna win March Madness.
You're not gonna say.
Well, hey.
Well, I'm not gonna say it because it's inappropriate. Because
Nate said that I have a hammer the size of an atom.
A hammer the size of an atom?
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Well, that is trash talk there.
Better than an electron.
A subatomic particle?
I do
Nate's
have
is
some
a quark. Yeah.
not much.
Yeah, the Nate's is a quark. Yeah.
Hey, so Volusia, I think we got a bet going on, don't we?
I guess. I mean, I like the Purdue pick. I mean, I think that the last time a 16 beat a 1, that team turned around and won it all. I like the Purdue pick. But, again, I'd take the field.
Well, yeah, I mean, the smart thing would be to take the field. Hey, Colby, did you see the odds I put up?
I did. I wanted you to pull them up.
Okay.
Because me and Volusia do have a bet against the field. If I'm not wrong, Volusia, I get 3 more picks.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't know how the hell you're gonna be. I don't know how one of us will get the other the $50. But I guess we'll figure that out.
Carry your pigeons, man. Carry your pigeons.
True. I do have a U.S. bank account still, so we can.
Okay. Well,
anyways.
I mean, we'll call it a beer if I find you at a Clemson basketball.
Pigeon.
We'll figure it out. But,
Exactly. Okay.
Or a messenger hawk, or
yeah.
So,
You could send. I'll send it on one of those balloons, right?
It's been on a spy balloon. Yeah.
so I got it up on the screen here. Purdue is plus 900. That's the best odds.
Okay, so Pete, let me give you the skinny real quick.
Okay.
So Volusia has the field against March Madness NCAA basketball bets, but I get to pick 4 teams.
You get to pick 4. Okay.
He said Kentucky's one of them. That's how
4
he got
teams
started.
against.
Yeah.
Well, so the top 4 teams, according to the odds in Vegas right now, are Purdue, Houston, UConn, and Arizona. Now, you don't have to pick those 4, obviously, but that's the top 4 as far as the odds go.
Mm-hmm.
So you've picked Purdue already.
And Kentucky.
And
Okay.
Kentucky's number 5.
Yeah, but he wants Kentucky.
Okay.
Who else you got then?
Yeah.
I can't see the screen, so.
All right. Well, you want me to read them to you?
Yeah.
Well, just pick.
All right. Well, I already told you the top 5, right? So.
I mean, just pick 4 teams. I mean, you know who's in the fucking.
So
NCAA,
after
right?
Kentucky, there's North Carolina, Kansas, Auburn, Tennessee. That's the next 4.
It's Purdue, Houston, UConn, Arizona, Kentucky, UNC, Kansas, Auburn, Tennessee.
All right, give me this, Felicia. I'll take obviously Purdue and Kentucky. Give me Arizona and fuck. What's my 4th team?
Take the Vols. I want to hear you say that.
No, nothing about the Vols. Those are my 3.
Yeah, he's
Arizona.
going to get enough of Nico's dick this football season.
Oh.
Is he?
Oh.
Calm down. This guy's got a 9th-year starter.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
what's
there.
that?
Hey, after Tennessee, the next 2 are Duke and Alabama.
I'm not gonna take Duke. Duke's not gonna win it.
Take Bama.
Not gonna take Bama's not gonna win it. They don't have that person that shut up that clubhouse or.
Yeah, what's his name? John Morant, right? What was his name?
Oh yeah, that guy.
No, Brandon Miller. It wasn't Ja. Ja went to Murray State. You're talking about Brandon Miller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, John did that shit when he was with the Grizzlies.
What the hell is Brandon Miller doing nowadays? Where's he
He's
at?
with the Hornets. He's playing pretty well. The Hornets are just terrible, but he's actually playing pretty well.
Is John Moran the guy that makes the Instagram videos where he's waving around his gun in his car all the time? Oh, okay.
He's also fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So he's hurt right
so I
now.
got
which
3.
sucks, but he's
Okay,
fucking
Purdue,
amazing.
Kentucky,
Yes.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Littering and
Read me out the list again one more time, Pete.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the last time, here you go. I'll
I
just run through
can't
them.
read it. I can't read it.
All right, I'll give you the top 12. All right.
All right.
Odds wise, everyone that's plus 2,500 and better. You got Purdue, Houston, UConn, Arizona, Kentucky, North Carolina, Kansas, Auburn, Tennessee, Duke, Alabama, Marquette.
Give me Marquette.
Oh.
Marquette. Okay. So you got Marquette, Purdue, Kentucky, and Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll take the field on that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So what do you? What's the bet?
$50, I think it was.
$50.
$50. Yeah, $50.
That's fine. All right. Sounds good.
But so is that to win the Natty or?
Yes.
Yeah, to win the tournament.
Yeah, to win it all. Yeah. I wish you the best, Volusia.
Likewise.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I know we both don't, but we have to say that. So.
Well, I mean, look, I'd rather lose the bet than watch North Carolina win it. So fuck that.
Oh. Okay.
But beyond that, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I think Tennessee is good. I'm kind of glad you didn't pick them.
You know what I might do? I might bet on Tennessee while I'm in Vegas.
Tennessee's not going to win it.
I put like $20 on it.
I mean,
You know?
I bet on
Go to
Kansas.
the Elite
before I bet on
8 at
Tennessee.
best.
$20 will win me $1,000.
Anybody worried about?
No, that's not right.
The odds for it.
$500.
Right now? I mean, it
Yeah,
really
you're
doesn't
right, Sam.
matter.
You're right, son. Well, yeah, no, none of this mattered. But that's what we were saying is like nobody
It's just
knows.
a friendly
who won.
bet. I feel like $50 is a little bit too friendly, but that's fine.
$50 is fine.
I mean, Tennessee is a basketball
More
school.
than that.
Tennessee is a
You have to
basketball
write
school.
A
So
report on your newspaper talking about how you lost to me after Marquette wins. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I will. I will.
Is Alabama?
I got to interview the chief designer of Tesla yesterday. He's in Shanghai right now.
Really?
Yeah, the number one guy, like the number 2 guy at Tesla behind Elon. Yeah.
So what did he say?
So they did. He's here. They're doing they did an event at one of the Tesla showrooms here, and it was just sort of a PR thing talking about the China market, and they're opening up an R&D center over here. You know, they already have that factory here, right? And yeah, I just chit chatting with him about the design. I talked to him about the Cybertrucks. Yeah, I'm actually like an Elon and Tesla hater, but I didn't tell him this, obviously.
Yeah, I already know.
But
I know
was
that
just
about
kinda
you.
Picking his brain. Yeah, I was just picking his brain about sort of the design because the new Model 3s are super minimalistic. Like there's no turn signal and all this stuff. He's just really optimistic about the future of automated driving, and he thinks it's going to change the way that people think about driving.
I figured Tesla would be right in your wheelhouse.
No, I hate Elon. I don't like Tesla.
Hold on. And Vic wants to say something, but I got to. Why do you hate Elon?
He's a prick.
He's a prick.
I think he's I think he's just an egomaniacal douche. He's like Steve Jobs at work. It's like he hires people that are smart, but he's not.
So you're basically driving Donald Trump.
That may be the dumbest thing you've ever said.
No, he's not. He's an idiot.
And that's
he's
saying
clearly an
something.
idiot. Look what he's done with Twitter, right? I mean, the people at SpaceX have all said, like, they wait for him. He goes in the fucking meetings and starts flapping off at the mouth. Do this. We have to do that. Do this. Do that. And they all, like, placate him. And then they usher him out the door. And then they're like, oh, fuck everything he just said. Like, they treat him with kid.
You say, look what he's done with Twitter. What's he done with Twitter that you don't like? Because I tell you right now, because the 90% of the people, maybe even 100% of the people that claimed, oh, I'm not going to use Twitter anymore now that Elon owns it, they're still posting on there 50 times a day.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But Twitter's not worth shit anymore because all the advertising.
Who cares? Why do you care what it's worth?
Right.
I'm just saying he's not good at the business.
No.
Well, he admittedly bought it or overpaid for it, but
Yeah, why do you do that?
he didn't buy it for a business. He didn't buy it for an investment.
Fuck you buy it for then? Because he's some harbinger of free speech? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
No,
but
Don't even talk shit about him. He's a
Did y'all
fucking
see
hypocrite.
the latest?
See, this
from
is
Elon?
exactly my point. Anybody that disagrees with him politically is a dummy and a liar.
What do you mean? He says that?
No, you.
I don't care about what he says politically. I didn't mention that at all.
That's exactly what this stems from.
I didn't
Called
say
him
that
a
at all.
dummy. Why
I
is
didn't
he a
mention
dummy?
anything. I didn't even mention that. I mean, I could, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Why is he a dummy? Why is he a dummy, Lucia?
Musk?
I'm just curious.
Well,
Well,
I
he's
don't think that
smart
let me be fair.
Like,
I
there's
don't think
nobody
that
on the
he's-
planet that actually thinks Elon Musk is a
Right.
dumb
Yes.
human
Right.
being.
Let me be fair. I don't think that he's a stupid person, obviously. I mean, but I don't think that he's worthy of all the praise and adulation he gets as some sort of savant. Like, I just think he's a jerk off.
you sound like the people that say that Dabo Swinney's a terrible coach. He just hires good people.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with that, obviously, but okay.
So what's your problem with X then?
Because Elon
Well,
stood
hold
on
on,
his
hold on.
morals about free speech and he don't like it.
Yeah.
No,
there you go.
Elon is full of shit about free speech. He's a fucking
what's
hypocrite and a
wrong?
liar. He doesn't give a
Okay,
shit about free speech.
whatever.
He blocks
Wait,
anyone who
Pete,
talks shit
Pete.
about him.
If you don't, so you're saying he's not for free speech? Is that what you're saying?
No, he pretends to be for free speech. He's for
Well, first of all-
free
So go
speech he
to
feels
his
like.
last tweet.
It's all a facade.
Well, hold on. First of all,
Pete,
It's not a facade. It's just bullshit. He's just a liar.
and look up what he tweeted.
That's what a facade is.
hold on. First of all, blocking somebody on Twitter is not the same as not allowing them to use Twitter.
I understand that. That's not what I said.
You said he blocks everyone on Twitter. He doesn't believe in free
No,
speech.
he'll delete. He didn't say. I didn't say he blocked him. He will delete content and kick users off of Twitter. He does that shit all the time. But he fucking
Well,
acts like
just don't
mean-
talk shit about Elon on Twitter.
Okay.
I mean, there still is laws. You can't go on there and threaten to kill somebody. I mean, that's against the law.
Of course not.
Well,
But-
I mean,
But if you want to go on there and say whatever political view you have, whether he agrees with it or not, that's allowed on there.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine. That should be allowed.
It wasn't allowed on there before he took it over.
Say again.
It wasn't allowed before he took it over.
Sure, it was.
No, it
People were
wasn't.
getting kicked
No,
off for
it wasn't.
political
No, it
views.
was
People were
not.
getting kicked off for spreading misinformation and violating the terms of service, not political. You could be a Trump fan on Twitter. Like, no, that's not illegal.
Yeah, yes. Harvard scientists were kicked off of Twitter because they disagreed with the WHO. But that's spreading misinformation.
Well, maybe. Depends on what they said. I don't have the details. I don't know.
Maybe
What they said.
science is dictated by consensus. It's dictated by facts and evidence.
yeah.
True, which has come to by a consensus of scientists.
Yeah.
Right? Like one cunt who thinks that global warming is fake doesn't mean that global warming is fake. Like, no, you can say that
Well, no,
on
but
Twitter because that's not
but
that's not
somebody,
harmful
but somebody that
misinformation.
has a different theory on it shouldn't be banned. And there
Yeah,
are people that
depends on
had
what it is.
different
I don't think
theories
people
about
would be
it and
banned
other
for-
things
Yeah.
I
that
don't
were
think
banned
people are
because
banned
of
for
it.
And they were all political. Listen, if they were really concerned about misinformation, they'd kick every flat Earth person
Right,
off
but
Twitter.
That doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah, I get it, but no one gives like that's funny. Like then it would be.
Yeah.
Come
If
on.
people just laugh at flat earthers.
Yeah, like that's not. No one's hurt by that. Like that's not.
Well, it hurts the person
well,
that thinks there's a flat earther.
The point I was making
It
was
hurts
I was
them.
just talking to the Tesla guy.
They
which is-
kicked people off that were experts in their field that disagreed with the WHO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have any concrete examples of that. I could opine on it if I saw some of the.
Rec Talks. He's parroting what I've been saying the whole time. Who decides what misinformation is? Some 25-year-old friggin' idiot and that works for Twitter.
I don't know.
I mean,
the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing was a conspiracy theory until it wasn't.
That is true.
Yeah, we gotta be careful about all that on here.
Well, I left it at that.
I know. Unfortunately, I wish it was, but.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's the problem too.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the whole censorship thing is it's complete and utter horseshit that people can't just sit there and have a conversation about something.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, me too. That you know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But hey,
anyways, point is, I talked to the Tesla guy. It was interesting.
To
it was
talk
cool.
to Belushi about the March Madness thing, but I do have to get a haircut because I'm going to Las Vegas in a couple days. So
nice.
I'll talk to all y'all boys later. Okay.
All right, Colby.
All on your head.
Hey, and hey, Pete, when I leave here, can you talk about that 9th-year senior that's going to Miami? And
How's that a
for
thing?
some reason, like the Miami fan in the chat right now, like I think he's in the stream. He doesn't claim him for some reason, so you don't claim your own.
Yeah, he's a transfer.
All right, so you don't claim him in your team. Okay, all right, gotcha. 9th-year senior, gotcha.
He ain't worth a shit.
Because he's been in.
Stop making fun of Stetson Bennett. Okay.
It'll never happen.
Because he's been injured a lot.
Who's the 9th-year senior?
Is it like some tight end or something?
Tight end from
Tight end,
Oregon.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's blown out both knees and got medical years for those.
Yeah, he's had a
Is there a
long.
limit on how many medical red shirts you can get? I don't know the answer.
I'm starting to wonder.
Well, I guess if you don't get to play, then I guess you can keep redshirting. I guess.
Yeah, clearly, if he's in 9th year.
Dude, he was somebody put this on Twitter. He was in the same high school class as Joe.
Uh-oh. There he goes.
Same class as who?
He dropped out. He's back.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if you think about it, 9 year, that means he would have graduated from high school in fucking, what, 2016?
Yeah, the guy's got like 4 kids and a mortgage by now.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, hey, he's doing his 9th year at Miami and running for. He's old enough to run for president at this point.
Yeah, I thought that I was older than every college football player by now, but I guess not.
Well, he's not the only one. Last year, you had a 7th-year guy at North Carolina.
Yeah.
That offensive lineman that transferred there from Miami.
There were several of those 6, 7-year guys because of
Yeah, Xavier Thomas was 6th year last year.
Yeah, because of 2020. That screwed everything up. I think that's about over by now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're back to you have to be down to the number this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Last year was the last year of inflated rosters.
Well, I want to show you this beer can. This is fucking. Oh, look at this. How do I get my? Yeah, here. I got this Asahi imported from Japan. Look at this beer can, dude. The whole top comes off, and it's like drinking beer out of a glass. Look at that shit.
That's weird.
They're awesome, man. Come on.
The Awadi. Okay.
It's like a soup can. You just peel the whole top of it off, huh?
Yeah, you peel the whole top of the can right off, and then.
Yeah. Yes. How does the Tesla not have a turning signal?
Yeah. So I was asking him about that. Basically,
because nobody uses them anyway.
Right. Yeah. The angry truck driver. Yeah, you know better than anybody for sure, dude. Goddamn. I bet you fucking screamed too. Anyway, no, he was saying that it sort of senses when you're changing lanes or something to this effect. There's still like a way you can do it, but
okay, so there's no manual turn signal.
Right, exactly.
Right.
The blinker still blinks or whatever.
Right, it just blinks whenever you start turning the wheel.
Does it? It does automatically. Oh, okay.
You might be able to get a voice command too, like turning right, and then it puts the blinker on or something.
But you don't have to turn
it's not voice command. It's not voice command. It just does it. And I feel like that makes a lot of drivers uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Unless you're a new driver, then you don't care. But I think, they're doing a lot of stuff like that. Why would that
make you
No, the shit that makes me uncomfortable is like that Tesla that went fucking wild and crashed into a wall doing 100 miles an hour.
Worried about it. Wild, yeah.
Yeah, even if I owned a Tesla, which I would own a Tesla, I don't have anything against them. But if I did, I still wouldn't use that automated driving shit. I don't trust that.
Well, no, I mean, the internet's still littered with videos every day of people making those things crash just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Make them.
Like, the technology still just isn't there yet.
No, you remember what they did? I don't know if it was Tesla or if it was another electric car company that does something similar. Uber tried to do the thing out in California where they were going to do, driverless Ubers, so they didn't have to pay Uber drivers, and it killed somebody. it ran somebody over.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we got to be honest. That is going to be a thing here in the next couple of years, and that's what Franz was talking about. I mean, he reckons that people vastly underestimate the power of automation and how it's going to shape driving in the near future, and I think he's probably right about that.
Well, I tell you right now, they can do it all they want. I'm not getting inside of an Uber if there's not a human driving it.
All right,
it's not happening.
I mean, I think that might change.
Yeah,
I think you're still a couple
that's like saying, I'll use a fucking rotary phone till the day I die. Well,
no, that's not saying the same thing.
No, those are two very different things.
Yeah,
I know, but it's as a point of comparison.
Like, I think you may be right in the long run, but you're still talking a couple generations.
Yeah, see, he reckons that's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know about a couple of generations, but
and that guy's a smart guy. I'll shit on Elon, but this guy's name is Franz von Holzhausen. So you remember this when they unveiled the Cybertruck?
Oh, so you're gonna agree with the German, eh?
He's from Connecticut, bro. He's American. He's American. He's born and raised American.
Franz Holzhausen.
Franz, yeah. He's from Connecticut. He's American.
Yeah,
he's not German.
The Germans don't have a sketch history.
He ain't German, dude. That guy's not German. But no. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, do you remember when they unveiled the Cybertruck on stage and Elon was there and he had the one guy throw the steel ball and saying it wouldn't break the window and it broke the window?
Yeah.
You seen this? Yeah, it's that guy. I interviewed that dude, the guy who threw the steel ball.
Yes, then they had to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'll give that guy credit. He's smart for sure.
Yeah, the steel ball won't break the window. Throw steel ball breaks window.
He breaks the fucking window immediately. Hilarious.
It's called testing.
Yeah.
Right. Usually you're testing before you put it on stage. But
you would think. The other thing is that the new Model 3s have there's nothing on the dashboard, right? So behind the steering wheel is nothing. Like there's no
everything's on the screen probably, yeah.
Yeah, but like, isn't that annoying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't like
it. It is annoying. Yeah.
It's super minimalistic inside. Like there's no bells and whistles.
Have you ever ridden in a Tesla before?
I've driven one.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I drove one about 10 years ago, a Model 3. I liked it because I'm in the big city. Driving it in the city is good because it just accelerates so smoothly from light to light. It's a good driving experience. I mean, I don't know about this whole no turn, no blinker, and nothing in the dash. Like that sounds like it would annoy me, but actually driving it is nice. Especially like I say, in like city traffic, it's great. It's smooth. There's none of that jerkiness, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, see, a lot of this shit works in an urban setting, but trying to drive cross country or even living, 15 minutes from the closest store, it's still just not feasible.
I mean, it's feasible. It's going to take you longer because you're going to have to stop every couple of 200-300 miles to charge the car.
Well, it's feasible. If two things have to happen for it to be more feasible in less urban environments. The first is they need to get all of the chargers need to be what they call superchargers, which can charge your entire battery in the space of like 10 minutes or something, which is better. You don't want to be sitting there for 45 minutes. And then the other thing is just get charging stations all over the place, right? It has to be easy because I wouldn't want to take a Tesla on a cross-country
So outside of,
road trip.
hold on though. So outside of people that drive for a living like Slim does,
yes,
or an Uber driver or whatever, a delivery person, probably more than 90% of the population doesn't drive more than 200 and 300 miles in a day anyway.
Right, not on your average day, but I mean,
right.
People. I feel like people in the U.S. and when I lived there, I certainly was like this. I took road trips. I wanted to be able to drive across a couple of states if I needed to visit relatives or to go to a football game or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so you need to have charging stations readily available all over the place, including in rural areas, and they need to be supercharging stations, and so they need to be, you know what I mean? It just needs to be more available, and I think if it is, people won't have as much hesitancy in terms of buying electric cars.
Well, unless you're actually worried about the environment, which is supposed to be the whole selling point behind them.
Well,
Part of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, they're not.
They're not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the right direction to move in, but I don't think they're there because where does the electricity come from, right? Yeah, no, I get it.
Well, even beyond the electricity, I mean, just the whole manufacturing process,
Sure.
Right down to disposal.
Yeah, they're not green, and I think they're cool for what they are, but I think they missed the mark by selling it as some sort of a planet saver. That's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's actually going to wean us off of fossil fuels is just new energy technology. It's not going to be switching to a battery-powered car, obviously.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe that's why he started SpaceX, so he could start getting his cobalt and shit off of asteroids instead of you know, in a slave mine in the Congo.
I mean, me personally, and I've said this before, I thought hydrogen was the way to go because it's actually a fairly clean system they have as far as producing hydrogen.
Right.
And I thought that would be the way to go, but it's not the way they went.
Yeah.
It may be in the long run, who knows?
Sure,
Or they may have advancements in nuclear that make that more feasible.
Exactly. I think you just said, I think fusion energy is coming in the next couple of decades. So I think that'll be obviously revolutionary.
Well, I think it's kind of already here.
Right.
I mean, you look at it as far as, I mean, there have been absolutely zero accidents, and our entire Navy has been powered by nuclear power for decades now.
Yeah,
that's fission, though. I mean, fusion is a whole different ballgame.
But either way,
Well, I understand
putting that into a car is a lot different than putting it in a submarine.
No
I
shit.
understand that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think in a couple of decades we'll be able to make it something that can actually replace fossil fuels at least to a degree to start with, right?
Yeah, but see, that the environmentalists freak out over nuclear technology too.
Yeah,
And
but
that's what I can't
which is
understand.
weird.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do dislike fossil fuels just for that reason, but not nuclear. Nuclear is important. We need that.
I guess they freak
I also
out.
can't understand why they're shutting down hydroelectric dams. You literally don't get any cleaner than that.
No.
Yeah, I guess it's the fear of accidents. I guess it's an irrational.
And that's the whole.
Of act.
That's why I don't think you're going to see electric cars take off like people think, because I don't know how many people are paying attention, but I mean, they're shutting down power plants left and right, reopening coal plants, and they're taxing coal to the point where everybody's electric bill's steadily going up and up and up and up.
Oh, my electric bill is insane each summer.
Yeah, so I mean, throw a supercharger on top of that,
Oh.
or the charger for the Hummer that takes 4 days.
Really, there's only ever been one really bad nuclear accident, which was Chernobyl, but that was because they weren't following the right.
Well, first of all, the nuclear accidents there have been. You're talking about old, outdated technology. They've come a long way since then.
I mean, even Fukushima was a very old plant.
Yeah.
They did something. I don't know what they did. They did something bad that they weren't supposed to do. But yeah.
Well, I mean, admittedly, the Soviet Union was cutting corners of their own safety procedures they had in place.
There you go. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Plus, let's be honest about it. At the time, the Soviet Union was very much in decline at the time, so they didn't have money to upkeep.
Yeah, Vic, what do you think about a nuclear-powered wheelchair?
Nice. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
How fast you going on that thing, bro?
He'd be like fucking Iron Man in that
I
thing.
was gonna say, hell.
like 6.4 miles per hour.
Yeah, that thing moves.
Yeah, when I really floor it and when I turn.
And believe me, he doesn't care if you're in front of him either. You better get out of the way. He's like ludicrous. Move, bitch. Get out the way. He don't care.
Do you have like a horn on it though?
Yeah, I do.
He got a horn.
Nice.
Yeah, listen.
Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome.
Vic has like the Cadillac of hover rounds. I'm telling you.
Dude, we need to snatch that shit out and at least, pull the wires on it and hook up one of those electric triple trains.
I think I heard Vic the other day say he had someone coming over to his house to, like if your car breaks down, you got to take it to a mechanic. Shit, yeah. Vic has people coming over his house and fixing shit for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he rolls. They come to him.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got a button that lifts him up like 10 feet in the air.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladders never needed.
I saw him do donuts one time in a dance contest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's up. I like that.
I bet you Vic's chair costs more than one of my cars does.
Yeah, might. Yeah, might.
I bet you does. What's worth more?
Spinners on that.
Vic is rolling, people hating. And he's definitely riding dirty.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you ever see that movie Wild Wild West with Will Smith? We need to build a couple of shotguns into his chair.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be badass, Vic. Push a button.
And they both barrels just pop out right at somebody's kneecaps. 5 feet away.
Right. Well, I guess if the zombie apocalypse or World War III happens, we can.
Oh, your chair is heavy enough. We can mount an M134 onto your chair.
Now we gave Vic well, we were gonna give him one shot of rum. We ended up giving him 2 shots of rum because he wanted another one at the Slob Olympics last year, and that got me to thinking: can you get a DUI on a hover round?
I don't know.
Yes, you can. They can give you a DUI for a lawnmower, a horse, any mode of transportation.
I guess. Yes. Doesn't it have to be like a certain amount of like engine power though before?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's going to vary by state.
There are some states where you can get a DUI on a bike, man.
Yeah. There are some states, any mode of transportation, that includes a horse.
Razor scooter or some shit.
That reminds me. This is kind of a sad story. So I hate to bring everybody down, but you know how Raj was making fun of me of my cult neighborhood last year? Mm-hmm. And I tell you guys that there's golf cart paths that run all through here. And when I go to pick up my son from school, I'm not kidding, there's at least 60 golf carts outside the school. That's how many people have golf carts here. But anyway, a couple of months ago, somebody in this neighborhood had their 2-year-old strapped to the golf cart. I don't know what happened, but the 2-year-old fell out of the back of it, and the golf cart that was riding behind him ran over their kid and killed him.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Told you it was a sad story.
I seen a video. It was absolutely hilarious. Somebody with one of these that lives in a neighborhood like that rides around on a golf cart. Well, they took their golf cart out on city streets where they're not allowed to.
Right.
And ran a stop sign. And absolutely threw a fit when this cop, because they got back into their neighborhood, pulling up at their house, threw a fit when this cop tried to give them a ticket and talked themselves right into getting fucking arrested.
Oh, Lord.
Were they a sovereign citizen too?
Now, no, they weren't, and I showed Celine this a couple of weeks ago. Oh, those people have gotten dumber. They tried pulling their sovereign... Dude, they tried pulling their sovereign citizenship with MPs.
Oh my God!
With military police?
I'm like,
those people that you're talking about aren't sovereign citizens.
No. No one is.
I'm talking.
Citizens do not exist. Yeah.
No, but they don't even identify as that.
Subject. Everyone is subject to the law. If you want to.
Yeah, but they were like filming the front gate and taking photographs of the front gate of a military installation.
Yeah.
And I mean, they gave the dude plenty of warning to kick rocks. I'll give it to him.
Fuck around and find out.
This.
Why would you
I've
F with the
seen this,
military?
and there's this one guy I've seen the cunt that does that. Yeah,
Dude, that's like those people that tried to, in 2020, that tried to have that damn protest at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Like, they found out real quick that the 1st Battalion at Arlington National Cemetery don't give a fuck about your civil rights.
Yeah, well, that's
Dude,
private.
they'll point a gun at you.
That's
if you
private
F around.
property, though. That's not the same as standing on a public road and doing that.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's technically government property, but, I mean, isn't all government property technically public property?
Well, not all of it. Not
It's not. It's not public access. No.
Now, granted, I think, I mean, just in general, I think anybody that stages any kind of protest in Arlington National Cemetery, no matter what you're protesting, I'm not going to be mad if you catch a rifle butt upside the head.
Yeah, it's not. It's really
It's
not
not the place for it.
a place for it. No.
Yeah, I can actually agree with that in spirit. Yeah.
I'll say you're asking for trouble. Like, there might be some things you're technically, it's not illegal, but you might get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
But Pete, I just wanted to say, I haven't listened to the Midday Show in a while, and I apologize for that.
No,
but I
that's
tuned
okay.
in today,
Yeah.
and you're talking about particle physics and fusion and fission.
Yes.
And it made me really happy.
Yeah, this is right in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
we were
you.
talking about better options for Tesla other than electric.
I am close with a power company, and I can tell you that there isn't the power infrastructure could not support, couldn't even come close to supporting total electric vehicles right now.
Right.
You might be 50 years from that if you started today.
Gotta change your power grid first.
Yeah, and who's going to pay for that? You think
Right,
the
we don't-
power company's going to pay for that? Hell no.
Yeah, we don't have the infrastructure for it. Yeah.
No. That's kind of the point. That's why nuclear power is probably so important.
Yep.
Nuclear is the best option, I think. It gets a bad rap in like media because of like things like Chernobyl, and then Chernobyl's back in the media because of Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's the cleanest form of energy by far, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And the technology for it has come a long way since the 80s.
Yep.
yeah. And it just sounds scary to people who don't know much about it, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's not scary.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we're all fucking geniuses. Come on. What you mean?
But did you say we're close to fusion reactors? 'Cause
Fusion.
that
yeah, we're not that
seems-
far away from it, man.
Sun. That's like what the sun does. Yeah.
Well, there must be some large advancement that for you to not incinerate the atmosphere. Like, you must be talking about cold fusion.
Trying to
Yes.
create a mini sun. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
When they
like
tested the first nuclear bomb, Oppenheimer did have a fear that it might incinerate the atmosphere.
yeah.
Yes.
I
Did
read
you see
that,
the
yeah.
movie?
Then,
I didn't see the movie, but I know a lot about
Dude.
Oppenheimer.
yes, it
You
might.
can see the movie. It's really good. I went to the premiere. I watched it with Christopher Nolan. He was here in Shanghai, and I met him and watched the movie with him.
Watch it with
Fucking awesome.
Nolan.
But
It was good. I just watched it last week.
it's really good.
Yeah, I liked it too. My wife thought it was too slow and boring for her, but I liked it.
Well, if you're into the history of it, then
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It's interesting. All the people that worked on the Manhattan Project won Nobel prizes except for Oppenheimer.
Yeah. 'cause
Well,
they railroaded
Oppenheimer
him.
was horrible at like calculation and stuff. He was like a kind of a good manager of things, but
Well, that's not why they didn't give him the prize. It was because he was,
He got McCarthy'd.
yeah, because
it was political.
yes.
Yes. He got McCarthy.
Well, they thought he was a commie.
Well, he was in love with a commie.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know about all that. His allegiances were kind of, I think, not all that clear.
Right, but he.
Well, I
he
mean, what do you
definitely-
expect? He was working for the Nazis until he thought they were going to kill him.
No, he was a Jew.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Jew, dude.
I mean,
makes
Einstein
me in
wanted to
love with
work
somebody
on it. They
else,
wouldn't let him.
Yeah, you're thinking of Werner von Braun.
That may be who I'm thinking of. I may be on.
Yeah, the head of NASA. He was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I am confused with the two. That's my bad.
So was Henry Ford.
How many of these people were Nazis in the day?
That's more than you think, bro.
I need to read some.
Henry Ford was an absolute Nazi, dude.
Well,
I mean that's as funny as those celebrities that like Belushi hated Elon and all said they were going to buy Volkswagens. It's like, wait a minute here.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever.
Speaking of Warner von Braun,
it's a Nazi company anymore. But.
So the flat earthers are now trying to use Warner von Braun as proof that the Earth is flat. This is their latest thing.
Oh, genius.
Because on his headstone is a script, a verse from the Bible, and it's the verse from the Bible that talks about the firmament.
Have you gone back and forth with these people?
Oh yeah. Oh, more than I'd like to admit. Yeah.
So what is at least with people that say there's a cure for cancer that's being held from us, there's a logical line of thinking as to why that would be the case. But with flat Earth, it's like, what would be the point?
Right.
Of concealing the shape of the Earth? Like, what advantage is there in that?
Well, I think it's just the scope and scale of the cover up that would have to be put in place across so many countries and so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people. You know what I mean?
Well, again, most of them use it. It's like a religion to them. So the reason for all of the world's government throughout history hiding the fact that the Earth is flat is to keep you from God. That's what they say.
What does it have to do with God?
Because
they're being kept from God.
Because they're creationists and they believe that the Earth is the end all be all, and that we are the pinnacle of all creation, and the fact that we're on a spinning ball of water hurling through an infinity of space makes us irrelevant.
Well, which, number one, that is a fact, and they need to grow up and accept that.
And on top of that, the other reason
their mommy told them they're special.
The other reason they hide it, is because they don't even call it Earth. They call it a realm. Okay, this is like Game of Thrones type shit. So
watch out.
On the other side of the ice wall is at least 2 or 3 times more landmass and oceans than what we experience on the realm that we know as Earth. And so they don't want us to know about that because that's basically paradise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is it like heavenly paradise? Or
Yes.
Is it like the space for the elites to go when the Earth gets too populated?
No, that's Hawaii.
That's Hawaii.
Yeah.
No, I think I mean, I was going to say, why wouldn't, I mean, I'm not religious, but why wouldn't God make a round Earth? Why would he make a flat? But I think you hit the nail on the head there. Is they have to have this sense that Earth is the center of the universe. So
quite literally.
It's the whole space is fake thing, right? They want space
yes.
to be fake.
It's Catholic doctrine circa 1500.
Right. Yes. So like pre-Galilean Catholic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you hit it, Pete. Like, I think the reason people are drawn to that is for the same reason people are drawn to like cults and crazy fringe conspiracy theories. We all like to feel like we're superior to other people. We have some special knowledge that other people don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are a lot of things that are called conspiracy theories that aren't necessarily, though.
True. I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, like, some people, like, every conspiracy theory is true to them. You know, like they attach to everyone. Or there's people that think the germ theory of disease is false and it's about your biome or something.
Yeah. Well, the unfortunate thing about the flat Earth movement, if that's what you want to call it, is it just exposes the lack of education around the world, as in this country in particular.
Right.
I mean, it's really kind of sad if you think about it.
Yeah. Like if I was going to hire someone and I looked at their Facebook and I saw flat Earth, I would not hire them for sure.
I wouldn't either.
Definitely not. Oh, I think, and I don't know this, but I think flat Earth, because flat Earth is like a last 20 years or last 30 years sort of movement, right?
Yeah.
Like in the 60s, that wasn't a thing, right? But I think it's like a Western thing because all the flat earthers I've heard talking have been Americans or British. I've never heard a Chinese person say a damn thing about flat Earth. I've never heard anybody from India say it or any shit like that.
They probably ostracize you for that. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you don't agree that the CCP is the center of the universe, they're going to kill you.
Yes.
Well, it's not a coincidence that the flat Earth. Well, I mean, we know whatever 1,000 years ago people thought that. Whatever, that's fine. That was before advanced science that we know now. But it's not a coincidence at all that the flat Earth movement arose when the internet became prominent around the world and social media became prominent around the world. So, I mean, they watched a YouTube video or two of some guy on there who's very convincing that tells them the Earth's flat, and they're too stupid to figure it out for themselves. So they go, well, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. So then it just spreads like a virus.
Yeah.
I mean,
That is accurate.
Are most of them like it's some religious root? Like, are there any flat earthers that are atheists?
Sure,
Or
yeah. They're not all
agnostic?
religious wackos.
most of them are pretty religious, but not religious in the traditional sense.
Yeah, they're like spiritually. They're like chakra crystal motherfuckers.
No, I mean, they quite literally quote the Bible on a regular basis.
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, well, some of them do it like for what you said, Pete, because it helps confirm their worldview that Earth is the center of the universe, and that because it scares them to think about the reality of space and the vastness of the universe and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that the universe is fine tuned to create
Which,
black holes.
by the
and
way,
not
that the
them.
argument about us being irrelevant because we're flying through infinity of space, I feel the opposite. I feel like that any life on any planet throughout the universe should be extra special, since we already know it's not.
Right.
Like, in other words,
Right, I mean,
every
the word
planet in our
irrelevant is
solar
relative.
system is not crawling with life, so it must be pretty special, even if it's only a very, very small percentage that there's life on. It's still special in the grand scheme of
Right.
things.
Well, I mean, I think the term irrelevant or relevant is all relative. I mean, of course, it's relevant for us because it's who we are and everything. But I mean, just in terms of the entire scale of the universe, I mean, there could be a billion alien species out there on different planets that have no idea we exist, just the same as
Sure.
we know they're around.
Now, speaking of, I was going to say, we were talking about earlier about Elon Musk blowing $43 million on Twitter for no reason. For a guy that has that much money to burn, I would take some of the most prominent flat earthers and put them in a fucking rocket and send them to space, and so shut them up, and then they can come back and report to all their flat Earth followers that the Earth is indeed not flat.
I know that won't happen, but that would make for some of the fucking funniest content on the internet.
They would still
Their
say it's
videos-
flat
Their
because
videos from coming back would be funny as shit.
Yeah, because then they'd lose their
cognitive
livelihood.
dissonance is too strong. They'd say, "Oh, it was all set up. They were actually LCD
Yeah.
screens in some simulator." I guarantee you, that's what they'd say.
Yeah, they'd lose their livelihood then. Yeah, you're right. I'd still do it though.
That'd be funny as hell, man.
Just eject them into space.
Well, I think
Yeah, but I think because it would destroy their worldview, they wouldn't actually do it.
your point, Pete, a minute ago about life on Earth being special. I mean, I was watching. I don't know if you know who Brian Cox is. He's not the linebacker, but
I was about to say the linebacker. He's a flat.
the British guy with the floppy haircut. He's an astrophysicist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, you're talking about-
Yeah. He was saying that what makes it interesting is that life on Earth, Earth is 4.5 billion years old, give or take, and life arose pretty early in the Earth's history. And for 3 billion years, it was just single-celled organisms. The remarkable part is that there's been 4 billion years of life, and it's been an unbroken chain. There's been nothing that's wiped it out completely. I think that's sort of a special thing as well. Like that feels like it would be pretty unusual. On a
This is why
universal scale.
diversity is important, Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does one have to do with the other?
Yeah.
Listen,
If you don't
people
have
on
a
this-
diversity
hang
of
on.
life, then
People on this planet cannot agree on what life is. Because the same people on this
Jesus.
planet that say a
That's
heartbeat
right.
isn't life here do say that bacteria on Mars is life.
Well, it technically is. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
That's
but
not the argument.
how can you
That's
hold
not the
those two
argument, though.
things at the same time?
Let's do that because that's not the argument, but
That is the argument, people.
it's not. You're strong.
That is
Okay, I
exactly
picked
the
at you,
argument.
Slim.
That's the
I
argument.
welcome
you're
this.
straw manning
I
the
100%.
I'm not straw manning shit. I have heard that exact argument come out of people's mouths.
No
Well,
one has said it isn't life. They said it's not a human life.
justify.
They don't say it's not life. They say it's not a human life.
Yeah, that's just something that they say to justify their real argument. They do know that that babies in the womb are life, but they don't care.
Well,
Not that.
but even outside of that, listen,
Always
our periodic table of elements, all of the elements that are responsible for life to be able to exist all throughout the cosmos. So why would we think that we're the only ones where everything came together? And it's not like we just have one life form. I mean, there's millions of different life forms on the planet. So just statistically, it would make zero sense that we are the only life in the universe.
It would be silly to assume that.
Yes.
Also, life doesn't have to be carbon-based. It can be silicon-based. It can be a number of different things. It can look the whole number of different ways. It's just arrogance. And
Well, I don't think it's silly though to think that it's called the Fermi paradox. It
yes,
could
it
be
is.
that there's
I love this. Go talk about it.
It could be that there's just a great barrier that's so great we're the first ones that have reached it. Or it could be there's a great filter afterwards that once you get to our point of advancement, life gets wiped out.
Yep, but it's either behind us and we're one of the few, or it's ahead of us and we're about to be done.
Again, even statistically, I mean, again, I'm not a statistician or anything, but when you're talking about trillions and trillions and trillions of planets, and I mean, there's just got to be several, if not many examples of what we experience here somewhere else.
Well, there might be in our solar system. Europa has liquid water.
Yeah.
Enceladus, Titan.
But
to your earlier point, I think it's just a difference in perspective. I think the flat earthers think to be significant, they have to be the center of the universe. And your point is that's not the case. We can be significant because we're all we know about, and this is our only experience we're going to have.
Well, it's like I've said before. I mean, at the end of the day, flat Earth, I seriously think it has less to do with Earth. And I think it's just narcissism turned up to the nth degree.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, it might be for that flat Earth lady. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Narcissism mixed with stupidity is a dangerous combination.
You're probably right about that. I think that's what.
again, this whole thing was started by one guy. What's the guy's name? I always forget his name whenever I'm on here, and then as soon as I get off the air, I remember it.
That one fucking idiot. What's his name? You're looking at it, bro. That guy?
No. No. There's a guy who started this back in like 2010.
Oh.
He's certifiably insane. He's kind of a guru.
The guy that created Kwanzaa as a holiday.
He reminds me a little bit his cult is flat Earth, but if he was in a different time, he might have been a David Koresh type. That's the kind of guy he is. Because he doesn't just talk about flat Earth. He has all sorts of wild views about life and society and all that. What's the guy's name? Does anybody in the chat know who I'm talking about? He's got a YouTube channel.
Like Big Dog Brett.
No. God dang it.
Oh, that was good.
I got to remember this guy's name. It's going to bug me. Because I want to tell you his name so you can go look him up and watch his YouTube videos. They are.
Is he like the L. Ron Hubbard of flat Earth?
That's exactly what he is.
All right.
That's exactly what he is. Oh, I'll think of it. Starts with a. Damn it. Oh, I know what it is. I just remembered it. It's Eric Dubay.
Who?
Eric Dubay. D-U-B-A-Y.
Eric Bidet.
Eric Dubay, not Bidet.
That might be a more fitting
That's
name.
his name.
Oh, I see him. Eric Dubay, YouTuber.
He's the guy that started this whole thing.
Oh, he looks like a tool.
So he is, again, you have to listen to some of his YouTube videos. And it strikes you as cult leader type. His whole demeanor, the way he talks, the way he delivers his message. He's obviously very intelligent, which a lot of cult leaders are. But he's certifiably insane, and definitely a big narcissist.
Well, I think to be a cult leader, you've got to be a narcissist.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So he's the leader of the Flat Earth Church cult that exists.
Say what you want about him. Charles Manson was a hell of a ladies' man.
Like if you ask any.
So was fucking what's the serial killer? Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a ladies' man too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Bundy that went to Michigan?
Bundy. Ohio State.
Or was that Ohio State that he went to?
Well, let me find out. Hold on. I'll report on that. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy.
Jeffrey Dahmer that went to.
No, wow. Ted Bundy went to the University of Washington. We got the wrong playoff team.
Yeah, and I think that was.
Okay, wrong playoff team. My bad.
Yeah.
That was what's this? Where Jeffrey Dahmer went to Ohio State. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That should be part of the tour.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm looking at Eric Dubé stuff on YouTube.
No, you're right. Jeffrey Dahmer did go to Ohio State. Yeah, he did.
He did?
He didn't graduate, but he did go to Ohio State. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't graduate. He dropped.
No.
You mean he dropped out to be a cult leader?
He dropped out. No,
to be a serial killer.
Dropped out to eat.
Dropped out to be a serial killer.
He dropped out to be a culinary specialist.
Yeah.
Well, he agrees with Upper Billy Paul. The world's overpopulated.
Oh God.
He's just doing his part.
The world is overpopulated. Okay. And
it's not though.
I don't believe it. It really is. If you're down to West Texas, like there's nobody out there.
Yeah. Well, that's
Mongolia.
That's the majority of the Earth is like that. People, you know why people say that? Because they go out and they have to sit in traffic for 4 hours to get to work, and they go, "There's too many goddamn people on the planet." Yeah. It's like, no, move out of where you live.
Right. Like go south of San Antonio. There ain't a fucking thing till you hit the border.
Yeah.
Hold on, my son.
Mongolia, man. There's not shit there.
My son is calling me. Hold on.
That's because the Chinese killed them all.
Mongolia?
Tibetans too.
I mean, Mongolia is an independent country, A, and B, no. Mongolia kind of killed everyone back in the day, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did kill a lot of people.
Well, that was you know, you're talking a couple thousand years ago for that one.
Yes, 800 or so, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I've got that timeline stuck in my head because I just listened to like a 6-hour documentary on the Peloponnesian War.
Oh, that's a good one. Have y'all ever listened to Hardcore History, Dan Carlin? Do you know this one, son? You should, dude. In the truck, put that shit on. Man. So it's a guy called Dan Carlin does these podcasts called Hardcore History, and they're super long form, 3-4 hours each. And he has a 6-part one about the First World War. It's fucking incredible. He's got one about the Japanese in World War II, and it's just fucking, dude. You should definitely check it out. In the truck, okay. long drive, great listening. Definitely recommend it. Hardcore History. You should absolutely check that shit out. Fucking awesome.
All right, I will. I definitely will. I like that kind of shit.
The Blueprint for Armageddon is what the World War one is called. It's so great. He's just a great storyteller. It's incredible.
I've been listening to a thing on the Civil War by this guy who's a historian. I think he writes books on the Civil War. It's like vlogging through history. That's been really good.
Son just called me from school. He wants me to come pick him up.
No.
I'm like, hey, he's like, I don't feel good. And I'm like, well, did you go to the nurse? No. I'm like, so you just want me to come pick you up? Yeah. Like, what?
Go to the nurse, bub.
I don't know. Some might be going around. My kid's been sick. She's about to get dropped off.
Mongolia does have good. Mongolia has better like goat and like lamb. That shit up there is awesome. Mongolian beef is made up. That's American. That's totally horseshit. But Mongolian lamb
That's
is
legit.
awesome.
No, it's
Right, but
legit.
it's
It's
good,
too
but
legit
it's
to
not
quit.
It's not Chinese food though. Like,
You telling me
understand,
this
it's
stuff we got in
Mon-
America ain't Chinese food?
Of course it's not Chinese. It's Mongolian, dummy.
yes, correct. Right, sorry. How could I forget? No,
Shut
I'm
your
saying
mouth
like
about the
fucking
Mongolian.
General Toe, like that's not a thing. Like,
General
that's not-
stuff.
Like,
He was
that's
a
no
great
one in
Toe
China's
was
ever
the first.
fucking heard of that shit ever. Like
He's the one that
chicken,
actually
not
wrote
burger.
The Art of War.
That's
Say again?
true.
I said he actually wrote The Art of War. He just had a
he
bad publicist.
General stuff.
He was a guy. He lived in the late 1800s or whatever. But he's not that famous. Like people don't know who that is here. Like General to Orange Chicken, all that shit is not like no one has ever. That's all made up.
What other
Come on.
general you know got chicken named after him? You
Yeah.
He ain't famous.
You're true. I'm just saying he's famous in America, but nobody over here knows the fuck that is.
What kind of
They,
chicken?
they all know him over there.
They do not, dude. I mean, no one has any idea who the fuck
what-
that is.
He has his own national holiday.
Yeah.
So what kind of chicken do y'all have?
All different kind of stuff, man. I mean,
Every kind except the orange kind, apparently.
yeah, no, there's no orange chicken. No, that's not a thing. We do have Kung Pao chicken, though. That is a thing. That is real. That is real.
What about the poo-poo platter?
Yeah.
That's not real.
Oh, why'd they name it that then?
What about egg rolls?
No, also not a thing. There's spring rolls.
Oh, now you just killed my... Man, you just ruined everything for me. Tell me there's no such thing as egg rolls over there?
No, there's spring rolls, but not egg rolls.
Oh, man, egg rolls are the best thing they got.
Nah, man. It's
Egg rolls and orange chicken are the best.
Yeah,
That's what I get
yeah,
at,
egg rolls, orange
P.F.
chicken.
Chang's.
Yeah, BF Chang. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
just
what we
give me
do
two
have
more
though?
reasons to never visit that shithole of a country.
We've got 2 cheesecake factories now.
Hey, do they...
Oh man.
Y'all have made it.
Lo mein is not a thing. They do chow mein is a thing.
So y'all don't have lo mein?
It's not really like that. I guess down south maybe, but we have more like chow mein. You guys would call it.
Okay.
Do they have beef lettuce wraps? like P.F. Chang's does?
I mean, yeah, we got Western restaurants. Like,
Yeah, I had chow mein and
Yeah, you can go get you a Big Mac.
fuck yeah, dude.
I had
We
chow
have
mein.
we have literally all of the Western fast food. We don't have Sonic. We don't have Wendy's.
Yeah, you
We
know.
have like everything else. We have fucking we have Five Guys. We have fucking Papa John's. We have like everything, dude. White Castle.
White Castle.
Yeah, we got Dairy Queen. We got fucking dude.
You
Yeah,
ain't
all
missing
that
nothing with Sonic.
Subway. We don't have Sonic. We have Subway. We have.
Let me ask you a question about McDonald's. Are the ice cream machines in China always broken too, or is that just an American thing?
You know what? I don't usually get ice cream, but I mean, they have them. You know what they fucking do? So they had. This is insane. This is at KFC, not McDonald's, but yeah, KFCs are huge. Yeah, Vandy knows. He's been out here. So at KFC, they did a promotion where they did cilantro fucking sundaes. Like, so it's like vanilla ice cream with
what?
cilantro. Yeah, it's wild. It's fucking insane.
That's gross.
That's like those rejects that put bacon on a fucking ice cream sundae.
Dude, I don't understand it. They just do it as a fad because of social media. People will go buy it, it'll sell out, and then they'll do it for like 2 weeks and then get rid of it. But yeah.
Yeah, when I was in Brazil, a long time ago, I went to a McDonald's there, and it was nothing that resembled any American McDonald's food. I mean, other than the fact it was a cheeseburger, but everything they put on it, it wasn't anything like what it was here.
I would say the McDonald's here the McDonald's here are pretty similar. I mean, they got Big Mac, they got the regular double quarter pounder, they got the fucking McChicken, all that shit. Like, it's pretty. They add a couple extra things, but it's pretty fine. Like, it's pretty good.
Do they have a
muffin in the morning and all that shit? Yeah.
Do they have a bat burger?
No,
They have a pangolin steak.
Burger.
No,
no, they don't.
that's not really a thing, you know.
Instead of chicken fries, they got cat fries.
Yeah, that's not a thing, dude. That's not.
Yeah, so have you ever had a fried bat evolution?
Fucking no, I've never even seen that shit. That is, come on, dude.
No. He's on the Bill Gates plan. He's over there eating crickets and shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, Lucia, I want to ask: is it General Toes or General So's?
It's actually general. It's actually, I believe, the Cantonese pronunciation, which is where it comes from, is General Tao. But in Mandarin, it'd be called General Zuo.
General Tao.
But his last name in Mandarin is Zuo. But I don't, like I say, nobody knows who the fuck that is over here anymore.
So if I go into a Chinese restaurant, I go, I want General Soul chicken. They
I
go
would say, in
understand?
Cantonese, they would say General Tao. But Tao in Mandarin means fuck.
Oh, chicken. Yeah.
Tao in Mandarin means fuck. So they wouldn't normally say that.
Oh, well, I don't want to say that to them
What?
either. They might spit in my food.
What does
Tao in Mandarin means fuck.
Tao mean?
So like a TS sound.
Give me some of that General
Sow.
Tao chicken.
Oh,
Damn.
Tao means fuck.
General Tao. I think I'm saying General Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they got to have ramen noodles over there, right?
What do you mean, like instant noodles? Yeah.
No, I mean ramen noodles. Like they make. I mean, I used to watch Anthony Bourdain, and they they'd make these wonderful ramen noodle soups.
So ramen is Japanese, but you can get them at a Japanese restaurant here. Yeah.
Oh, at a Japanese restaurant. Okay.
Ramen is Japanese.
So the
Yeah,
noodles that are made for Chinese, what do they call them?
Well, man, you can imagine there's a fucking 1,000 different kind of noodles, man.
The chow
China, dude.
Is it chow mein?
mein.
Chow mein. Well, that's just like it depends on what kind of noodle it is. Chow mein literally means fried noodles, like stir.
Yeah.
There's
fried rice.
egg noodles, right?
In China.
Yeah, like so chow mein is like it literally means fried noodles. So you're just talking about any stir fried noodle is chow mein, and then chow fan is fried rice, right?
Okay.
And then, but there's different kind of noodles. Like there's the thin noodles, thick noodles. There's the hand cut noodles. There's rice noodles. There's glass noodles. There's fucking all sorts of different shit, dude.
Yeah.
So really, yeah.
If we went to China to go visit you, all of us here, where would you take us out as far as authentic Chinese food, and what would you say to order?
Well, man, I mean, there's just so many different things, right? I mean, in Shanghai,
What's your favorite?
right,
Just say, give me your favorite then. How about that?
Look, I mean, we would have to do a hot pot for sure. And there's just so many different kinds of
A hot
but we have
pot?
to do a hot pot.
Hot
You know what a hot pot is, right? It's
No.
Like you do, like,
No, I
you know
don't.
what I mean? Oh, so it's like hot pot is like you get a big huge pot of soup broth. You can get spicy, you can get mushroom, you can get tomato, you can get whatever. Usually I get the spicy one. And then they put it in the middle, and they bring out like raw, you know, like slices of beef and like raw potatoes and mushrooms and all this different stuff. And you throw it in and cook it yourself, and you eat it, and then you can make your own sauce and like dip it in. Like
Oh, sounds kind of like Chinese fondue.
it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, except it's not oil; it's soup.
It's a hot
It's
pot.
fucking amazing. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
We would definitely do that. I like Hunan food and Sichuan food, so we could definitely get some of that. Obviously, it's better if you go out there, but in Shanghai, they got all. Shanghai's like New York; they got all the different shit. And then, yeah, dude. I mean, there's just so many options. Shanghainese food is kind of boring, but like you go up to get some Northeast food, get the big hearty dumplings and the fried pork and stuff like that. That's really good.
Chinese food is boring? Wow.
Shanghainese food is boring. Shanghai food is boring. Chinese food is not boring. Shanghai food.
How
is
does
boring.
everybody so?
Shanghai food, I'm sorry.
How's everybody so skinny over there? It sounds like it's not that all that food is fried and.
Yeah,
Like-
I think it's a couple of things. People generally tend to eat in moderation. Also, the other thing is people aren't as skinny as you think. People are getting fat because we got so many fucking McDonald's and KFC over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of fat kids over here now.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not that skinny. Like you think, like China's so big that you've got all different sorts of people, man. You got tall people, short people, big,
Tall
fucking
people.
light skin, dark skin. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, you'd be surprised. Yeah, there's a lot of tall fucking people.
Yeah, if
It's
they come
not
up
that
past the
big.
belly button, they're considered tall.
No, bro. No.
I thought all the tall ones. I thought all the tall ones came over here and played in the NBA, like Yao Ming.
No. You would be
That's right.
surprised. You would be surprised.
Nate's basically like the Yao Ming of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 feet tall.
When you were in Brazil, Pete, was there a Brazilian steakhouse you went to?
No, we actually didn't go to a Brazilian steakhouse. We did go to some authentic Brazilian places, and it was really good.
I bet it was. Brazilian food looks phenomenal too.
Yeah. No steakhouse though. Not that I can remember.
I miss the hell out of Anthony Bourdain because he did travel around the world and eat it, everywhere. And you always got a good feel of a country by the food they served.
Well, just like anywhere else, the best food you could buy in Rio was from like a street truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I believe
that was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be like going to Mexico and probably finding the best in a food truck there.
Yeah.
Or a street vendor. Yeah. You know what I'm really into, or used to be into. I used to watch a lot of it. I'd watch these Chinese and Japanese cooks cooking out of a wok.
Yeah.
For like 45 minutes, just showing these tiny, tiny little restaurants in China and Japan cooking out of a wok, and what the ingredients they put in it and the concoctions they came up with were just freaking amazing.
Yeah, they're super, like, food is like a super important part of what's the culture and everything that goes on. Like, they look down on us for eating like simple shit. Like, everything they make is super fucking complex, even for breakfast. Like, yeah. Like, there's actually, what's really funny? This is funny. There's a trend on Chinese TikTok and on social media. It's called Bai Ren Fan, which means white people food. And they yeah, literally. And they laugh at white people, mostly like Americans, for eating like just simple raw like salads and like, eating like, fucking carrot, like, packing a school lunch for your kids with some carrot sticks and like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They call it white people food. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So obviously, they don't have Waffle House over there.
No.
That would change their life.
Yeah, I'm about to say, apparently, they have no clue about down-home Southern cooking.
No, they don't. They don't.
Yeah,
They don't. They totally don't.
Because there is no better food.
What's a Chinese breakfast?
What's up?
What's a Chinese breakfast, Malu?
So a lot of times it'll be a number of things. You'll get in Shanghai, it's soup dumpling. So it's like a dumpling, but it's steamed. But it has like a thin skin and it has meat in it, like pork usually. But there's also soup inside of it. Super good. Pot stickers are big. But then you'll get people eat noodles for breakfast and stuff like that. Usually,
shocker.
Sesame noodles and stuff like that. And then you have fried dough. You have just different shit. The breakfast is okay.
Fried dough.
Yeah.
So not making it eggs and
no, not usually. Eggs maybe like hard boiled egg, or they do tea eggs, which is where they have hard boiled eggs but they're boiled in tea, and that's pretty good.
Huh.
Can't find any grits in China.
Hard to find grits. They do porridge, like rice porridge, which
Y'all
is
eat-
way better.
Y'all eat
Grits are way
big
fucking better.
China.
Do they have a Chinese wine? Like a Chinese rice wine like Japanese do?
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, dude. So there's two. One is called baijiu, which is basically like kerosene. So sake is like a wine, like a 10%, 12% kind of alcohol content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love sake.
Baijiu is a spirit. Baijiu is like 50%. Baijiu is gas, dude. It's hardcore. I like it.
Wait a minute, 50% is hardcore? Sir, don't ever drink with me.
No. It's 50% at the low end. It'll be between 50 and 60 usually. But like
Slim drinks ever.
Easy, bro. It
Bro,
is.
I mean, because I get drug tested on a regular basis, like I had to, when I get insomnia, I had to switch from weed to Bacardi 151.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'll put you to sleep, all right.
I mean, I keep, I'm not even joking. I keep a bottle of that around. If I'm having trouble sleeping, I'll do 4 or 5 shots, go to bed.
Good Lord.
4 or 5? Jesus. Slim? God.
Yeah, it'll put you to sleep. Problem is you won't wake up.
Probably knock you the fuck out in a coma.
Yeah. That's not that much. Come on, dude.
I've always had a natural
high tolerance
to alcohol.
Yeah. It's not that much.
Jeez, man. I mean, good God. 151 just, no. Knocks
I
me
mean, Pete did a stream one night. I think I did, 8 shots of that absinthe on there?
Oh, that's disgusting.
I was
Scott.
I like Jaeger too, so.
Scott, have you heard of Moutai before?
No. What is that?
Look it up. Moutai. That's the big spirit here. Moutai. Moutai.
Okay.
What the shit? Do a little research on that. That's the stuff, dude.
Now I know there's
in the States.
I know there's some
You can absolutely get it in the
Japanese
States, yes.
Japanese whiskey is really good. There's some of them that are really good. Is there any good like Chinese whiskey?
No, whiskey is still there is Chinese whiskey, but Japanese do it better. Chinese is Mao Tai, dude. The Chinese spirit is called Mao Tai, and it is and it's like $400 a bottle or some shit.
What's it comparable to? Like what kind of alcohol? Like
it's nothing to compare it to, man. It's like how Mexico has tequila, and there's nothing quite in the rest of the world. There's nothing quite like tequila. It's like that.
Okay.
It's like that. It doesn't taste like tequila, but it's like unique in that same sort of vein, you know?
Yeah. Mao Tai.
Obviously, it must be pretty good if it's $400 a bottle.
I mean, it's just a huge thing here. Most Westerners hate it. I've kind of developed a taste for it, but I still don't love it. Like, you don't drink it at bars. You drink it at like dinners and banquets and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Special occasion type thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I guess I have to go to Bottles and see if they have it.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to spend $100 American for any kind of damn whiskey or drink.
Yeah.
If you have trouble finding it, when I have trouble finding stuff, there's a website I go to called Wooden Cork.
What's it called?
Wooden Cork.
Okay.
And they'll deliver pretty much anything to your front door. And I mean, they've even got it broken down a lot of times by country.
Yeah, so we can't do that in South Carolina. Not yet.
Yeah, I think we can.
You can? You can get liquor delivered to your house? Huh?
I believe so, yeah.
They deliver at UPS or FedEx. Somebody just has to sign.
Yeah, you got to sign for it.
Yeah, you can order. Yeah, okay, yeah, I have ordered stuff like that. Yeah. But
that's how I get stuff that's usually harder to find in the liquor store.
Right.
Or not every liquor store carries everything, you know.
Right.
That's good.
There's only, I mean, you may know one closer to where you live, but Bottles is the best place I know.
Oh, yeah. It used to be called Bill's.
Yeah, it was Bill's. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a liquor store on one side. It's two separate stores that are connected, and there's a beer and tobacco store on the other. But they have the best prices in town. We actually when we got married, it was still Bill's then. But when you buy in bulk from there, because we bought all our alcohol for our wedding from that place, and it was like 50% cheaper than going to any other store.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I totally believe that. Because they have so much volume. They have so much inventory of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, any kind of beer or specialized wine or anything like that, I've normally found right there.
Yeah, they have all the different beers that you can't get at any other store there.
Well, and that bottle of Casamigos I got you, Pete, it was from that site. They do, like, just about any bottle you can get engraved like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. It's sitting on my desk right in front of me right now.
The best tequila, to me personally, and Pete and I think both agree on this, best tequila out there is Casamigos.
Yeah.
West Beside. Yeah.
I got a big ass bottle of that sitting at the house. I still have not touched that bottle, Pete, since the softball game.
Well, we'll get
it. I met up with Pete. We were drinking tequila, yeah.
Yeah, at the Mexican place we went to, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember what tequila it was, but whatever.
I think
some jalapeno shit.
Yeah, they make a jalapeno tequila at the restaurant there. It's probably just the house tequila with jalapenos soaking in it, so it wasn't anything great. But for whatever, $3 a shot or whatever they charge, it was worth it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I can't drink Cuervo. It just makes me.
It wasn't Cuervo. It was something else, but it doesn't matter because all you can taste is the jalapeno in it.
Right.
I used to drink this nasty stuff called Cabo Wabo tequila.
Oh, Cabo Wabo, Sammy Hagar's tequila?
It's not bad.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, I think he sold it, but yeah, that was his tequila. He made a shitload of money on that, too.
The most overrated tequila is Patron.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. That's the worst. And the worst tequila. It has no taste to it at all.
I mean, it's okay, but it's not worth what they charge for. It's not.
But I just think there's nothing to it. And you know, you ask for what's your top shelf tequila, and they tell you Patron, then you're in the wrong damn bar.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
because people have a very high opinions of Blanton's. I think there are bourbons out there that are way better than Blanton's. And Blanton's ain't cheap at all.
No, it's not. You're right. Yeah, it's very, very expensive. I bought that for a Christmas gift for a client one time, and you know, yeah, it was pricey. You know,
Pappy Van Winkle, it's not worth the price either. You want to talk about some high dollar shit?
Yeah.
That's
Pete knows this. Pete's been up there with me before. There's a place here in Somerville called the Ice House, and it has the most liquor of any bar in South Carolina. And the high-end liquor they have behind a glass. And that's where you'll find the Johnny Walker Blue label, the Pappy Van Winkle, the Blantons, all of that. And it used to be about I didn't do it this year, but every Christmas, I'd go up there and buy myself at least one shot of something special behind a glass.
Mm.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Order my stuff through.
I'll have a drink with you if you're buying.
We'll go there and get some Johnny Walker Blue. How about that?
Yeah, I like that.
I'd like that too, man. I would like that a lot. I've tried that once and it was freaking phenomenal.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a bottle of Glenlivet at the house I've been working on.
The single malt. Yeah, that's good. That's good Scotch. Absolutely.
I've got that, and I haven't even cracked it open yet. A buddy of mine, I helped him replace the floor joist and subfloor in his living room, and he bought me a bottle of Dewar's.
Oh, Dewar's is good. I like Dewar's. I used to be a Scotch drinker, and that was what I drink was Dewar's.
See, that's one of the things.
This is my first foray into Scotch.
I don't like Scotch that much, but we were gifted a bottle of like $900 Scotch. I don't even remember what it was called. Anyway, this is probably about 10 years ago, and it was delicious.
I bet $900.
Yeah, and that ruined Scotch for me, because now if I drink any regular Scotch, it tastes like piss.
Yeah. You get the ones from the limited edition ones from those little distilleries up in the Highlands of Scotland. Those are fucking really expensive, but they're really damn good.
The Highlands of Scotland.
You're starting to get that way with bourbon in the States, too. You're getting all these small batch distilleries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's making their own liquor now. I mean, every celebrity has their own tequila or
vodka. Yeah.
I saw Terry Bradshaw in a liquor store saw that his liquor's in there, and he was signing the bottle.
Oh Lord.
I bought a bottle that I think it's Dan Aykroyd owns it, that Crystal Head, just because I wanted.
Oh yeah, the Crystal Skull bottle.
Yeah. How about that?
It's not bad. I mixed it with what did we have at the house? I think it was like a cranberry grape juice cocktail at the house. I mixed it with that.
Well, anything tastes good with cranberry grape juice.
Or is it vodka? That just in the Crystal,
vodka, right?
Yeah, it's vodka.
It's vodka.
It's vodka. Okay.
Vodka.
Yeah, I've seen that, man. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like spending a ton of money, but we can get Buffalo Trace out here. Sometimes I'll
yeah, that's good.
That's
I keep a bottle of that in the house.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, for the price, it can't be beat.
Yeah, I agree, because it's not super expensive or anything like that, but it's really damn good.
It is good.
You know the whiskey I like Bullet Frontier whiskey.
I bought a bottle of that just to try it.
It's good to me. It's damn good.
Is that the Bullit?
Bulleeit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bulleeit.
Do y'all like gin? I'm a gin guy.
No.
Occasionally I will drink gin.
No.
I haven't had gin in 17, 18
That
years.
shit is terrible.
Gin is my go-to, man.
My go-to.
Have you had a Monkey 47, Scott?
No, what is that?
Gin. It's a German gin. It's pretty expensive, but it's the best gin I've ever had. It's amazing.
Monkey 47.
Yep.
Okay, I'll remember that.
German. You don't think of Germany with gin, but yeah, it's a German gin. It's fucking good, dude.
You know how sometimes when you smell something, it brings back memories from the last time you smelled it or whatever?
Yeah.
That's how gin is with me.
Gin. See, I used to drink gin in high school.
The smell reminds me of bad times. Terrible times.
Throwing up a lot.
Yeah, throwing up a lot, right.
You drinking it straight out the bottle or something? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, as like a
Don't do that.
teenager.
Well, as a teenager, yeah, if
I'm
you
about
got
to say, Pete come up in that gin and juice era, and that was just
Yeah.
dangerous.
Tanqueray. Oh, God, disgusting.
Tanqueray and tonic, yeah, baby.
Tanqueray and tonic is good. Tanqueray and tonic with a lime in is good, dude.
It is good in moderation, absolutely.
Well, I guarantee you, I can find somebody that will tell you that Mad Dog 2020 is good too.
Oh, God.
Okay, but
Well, see, now here's my thing. I love tequila, and I think tequila does, based on what kind of tequila you buy, you're going to get a better taste in tequila. Vodka, I don't see that. I mean, everybody brags about Grey Goose and all that. That's great vodka and all that. But I can drink Seagram's vodka, and I can't tell the damn difference.
I can tell the difference between cheap vodka and good vodka. But,
like the fucking Popov out of the plastic bottle, right?
yeah.
Well, Beacons is out of a plastic bottle. I kind of like it.
I think there's a big difference between like the cheap vodka and the mid-tier vodka, but there's not a big difference between mid-tier vodka and premium vodka. Like,
right, no one's drinking craft vodka.
Like Tito's is that tastes great to me. That's my favorite one.
Tito's is a good vodka. Yeah. I agree with that. Tito's, but I just
that Crystal Head is pretty good.
I can't see paying the damn price for Grey Goose. Yeah.
No, Grey Goose is definitely overpriced.
Yeah.
You're not sipping on vodka, man. Like vodka is just like a base spirit that you use to make a mixed drink.
No, I mean if you drink a martini, that's 95% vodka. If you drink a vodka martini, not a gin martini.
Yeah, I drink gin martini. I don't fucking drink a vodka martini. Gross.
I don't think I've ever had a martini in my life.
Oh man, they're so. You got to get it. You have to go somewhere where they make them good. So if you go some places, they taste like
martini.
shit.
Yeah, if you go to Panama City, someone buy Slim a dirty martini.
Go to Hall's Chop House, get a martini from there.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, God, I bet that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. I've not been to Hall's Chop House yet.
What?
Pete? No.
We need to go there one day. Not to eat. We just need to sit at the bar, have a drink, and if you order from the bar, there's a bar menu that's just the same price as anywhere else. Now, if you go to sit down and eat and get the regular menu, then it's expensive then.
Well, the next time, you know what? Next time we kind of, have our Friday afternoon sojourn, then we'll maybe go to Hall's.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, gentlemen, I know it's time for Pete to go, so I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, I actually got to go get my son from school. So.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right. See you later, Scott.
Pete's gonna cave. I got a tummy ache. I want to come home.
Yeah. I already told him I would, so I'm not gonna go back on my word now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, Volusia, thanks for joining us. Have fun over there in China.
All right, and talk to you next time. Have a good weekend.
Yes, sir.
Up in another internment camp.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
All right.
All right, boys.
See you later.
Later.
All right, Vic.
All right. See you later, Pete.
All right. You got a show tonight, Vic?
Yep.
6 o'clock, right?
Yep.
6 o'clock p.m. The Vic 2 Productions live stream.
Yep.
All right. Everyone go check that out. All right. See you later, Vic. All right, Slim. Have fun out on the roads.
I'm trying. It ain't too bad. I got up north and it was better.
Yeah. Well, be safe. I know.
Back south. Oh yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for me. Yeah, obviously. Well, I don't know. I say there won't be any midday shows next week, but I might, depending on what's going on. I might log in and do a midday show from Vegas. That ought to be fun, with the whole motley crew there of the guys that are going. But other than that, just pay attention to both this channel and the main channel, and I'll be giving you updates from Vegas and everything. But that's gonna do it. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you later.